Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle and I am doing a reading for the collective, starting with some prosperity dusts. um, so the spread I am doing today is what's in the air. What's in the air? It's the current energy weather report. So of course I got to start with some angel cards. Depth, an angel getting ready to scuba dive. I said that word, scuba. Going to go scuba diving. Getting ready to dive. Expectancy, an angel opening a gift. Maybe there's an expectancy with going deep with something, doing a deep dive, or being rewarded for doing the deep dive. All right, so what's the current, so what's the vibe right now? This is the current energy weather report. What's the vibe right now? Going with my Osho Zen Tarot. Projections, 7 of water. Oh, that did come out in reverse. I don't know. Ripeness, 9 of, what's it called? Rainbows. I have morning brain, can you tell? Ace of water, going with the flow. Okay, so there may have been something in the past where you were in some kind of connection where you were projecting onto one another, however that looks, not seeing each other clearly, and you kind of, especially if, let's just say I do read this in reverse. There's you got some kind of clarity. You started to see the truth of how you were projecting, of how someone was projecting onto you. And you decided to step away from this connection because there was a lack of authenticity in some way. And so you said, I need to figure out who I am. I want to show up as my most authentic self. What does that even mean? And so you have spent time focusing on yourself, figuring out how to be self-reliant. You've been learning and growing. You've been focusing on your finances, becoming more like stable in a bunch of different ways, materially. And you've kind of come to this place of, with ripeness, you've arrived, right? You've done all this work, you've cultivated something, and now you get to enjoy the fruit of your labor, of all this work that you have done to overcome whatever this is. And this is, with this ripeness comes this feeling of relaxation, of like, everything has come to fruition. What I've been working on has come to fruition, and now I just get to lean in. I get to enjoy the fruit. I get to just relax and go Go with the flow. This is a part of the lesson, the part of the growth that you have gone through, because you're realizing that what was happening here was it wasn't going with the flow. It was kind of a trying to, I was gonna say trying to force an issue. I don't know if that's true, but it's just it's kind of it's based in ways of thinking and believing that, you know, kind of habitual ways of thinking and believing that weren't serving you. And so now you're in this energy of like, I'm gonna let the journey take me, let the path, let the water take me wherever I'm supposed to go. You've become much more easeful comes to mind. I don't know if that's a word, but you know, and you know, we started with depth here. You've done a deep dive within yourself, and you're feeling really good, and you're like, you're allowing, you're receptive. And so so that's a really good vibe. So what's clearing? What's clearing away? What's clearing out? Let me get some cards from the Enchanted Map Oracle. What's clearing away? What's clearing out? Deep Freeze, 26. Magic Stream, number 18. Magic Stream. 18. Ooh, which is also a 9. Yeah. Magic Prayer. We got magic twice. 32. What? Ah, dang. Okay. Yeah, see, you have been, you have spent time, you may have been in some form of isolation, not necessarily physical, but you've just been kind of hermiting yourself. You've been really spending time doing this deep dive, and everything might have felt frozen for a time, especially if you were in a connection that left you feeling confused. Maybe you got in touch with the fact that you were being willfully delusional, willfully ignorant of a situation that you deep down knew wasn't good for you or something. And so everything just got put on ice for a while as you decided to do this deep dive, or as you did do this deep dive. I don't know that you necessarily decided to, but it happened. And so as you came in touch with yourself, you tapped into a magic that was already there, always there. I almost said already there. You weren't able to access it because there was always a layer. It was, you know, it's like a fog. There was always kind of a lens that you were looking through that kept you from seeing the magic. Ooh, this is so cool. And so after the deep freeze, everything started to thaw. You started to feel better. Have been. And you are accessing this magic stream through going with the flow. This is a part of this ripeness. You're being taken somewhere because you're finally ready. You're ready for the magic. You're ready to see. You're ready to experience something new, something otherworldly, perhaps, something extraordinary. Because there's this magic prayer. I need to read the book for this magic prayer, actually. Speak your prayers, listen for the answers, act in faith. And that's precisely what this going with the flow is. Because you recognize now, because you've tapped into this magic that's within you, it's taking you, and you're just like, okay, I'm speaking what I want, I'm setting intentions, and I am open to whatever comes to me. I'm not holding on to an outcome. This is the ultimate form of manifestation. You shoot off that rocket of desire, as Abraham Hicks would say, and then you trust that request is out there in the universe. The universe has heard you, and so you get on with your life. You don't forget about it, but you just don't focus on it anymore. You're like, I put the prayer out, so it's something, whatever I want will come to me eventually. And then it does, and you're just like, you're being taken. And you're like, okay, I'm excited to see where this goes. And I'm going to trust. I'm not going to try and force anything. I'm going to recognize when I start projecting onto the path or the person or the whatever. You're tapping into a magic. It's almost like, it's you're integrating your experience, the experience that you had before. All this energy is on the outside of them, right? And then it's like you take that and you integrate, you take it all within, and you recognize that what has happened, what you have experienced is giving you this is the magic. You're transmuting an energy that was challenging, we'll say, and you're using it to glow up. Woo, and you're like in this place of trust and faith, and you're just like, oh yeah, universe has my back. I love that. Okay, so what's building? What's currently building? What deck should I go for? Okay, let me go to the Tarot of Mystical Moments. What's building? Eight of Pentacles. You are. Beauty. You're focusing on beauty. You're focusing on increasing your skills, your talents, your abilities. You're focusing on enjoying the process rather than just doing something for the outcome. And there is a huge transformation that's happening with all these butterflies too. Starting from the from the inside out. Ooh, we've got the Hermit, Virgo energy. I did say you were hermiting. You have spent time outside of your usual environment. This mermaid is up above. She's fishing. She's like, I can't see. It's like not being able to see the forest for the trees. So what do? You get a new perspective. And so you've been kind of going within, and it's so interesting. We have these ships circling around her. We have a bunch of birds flying, there's specifically three. 2 ships, 1 mermaid. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. It's there's a layered thing happening here. Layered effect. It's like it's the levels that you have through going down into the depths. You have it has brought you higher. You have ascended. It's like you come out from the depths and you're at the level of the ships, but you can't see clearly, and so you go even higher. And you're at a place where you can see the way the birds can see. Yeah. Okay. So you're gaining a new perspective, and it's because of, it's through your own inner journey that is allowing you this new perspective. You're gaining some kind of wisdom, and you've been working on this. You've been working on yourself. You've been working on what is important to you. Maybe there's something about doing some kind of creative project that's just really fun. It's really fulfilling. You lose yourself in doing it. You lose time. And that's a part of, it's like a meditative experience. It's a part of how you are going deep and accessing this part of yourself, this deep wisdom. The Emperor in reverse. What is this? What is this? Ace of Cups. Chariot. Cancerian energy. And by the way, that Emperor is Aries energy. The Chariot. Tell me more. Queen of Wands. Okay, so you've been focusing on yourself and having this glow up. You're really like, you're tapping into, accessing this magic, really cultivating this magic within you, and you are becoming very attractive and magnetic to, specifically to somebody here, but I think to many, because there's all this self-love. You're moving toward your goals, what you want. You're really like, you carry this light within you that you use as, you know, it's almost like a beacon. We have all of these moths that are drawn to her light, to her flower here. So you're drawing all kinds of attention. And in particular, you are getting the attention of somebody who wants to control you, it's like they see you as a shiny object that they want to control, because this person, they naturally don't feel in control, and so they have this hyper fixation on needing to, whatever they see, it's like you follow your own counsel, you make your own rules, you're living your life, you're doing your thing, you're very successful here, and so magnetic, and it's like you're not trying to flaunt anything, you just naturally show up in this brilliant, amazing way, and you're attracting all this energy, and somebody wants to control you. Could be someone from your past, could be somebody new, but there's caution here. Be cautious of anyone who shows up making promises. It's like you've learned to use your intuition. You're very wise here. You've had these ships circling you for a while. You're aware. And so and because of all this self-love and just knowing your own worth, there's someone here who wants to put you in a jar, to, like, you know, it's like capturing lightning bugs, right? And put them in a jar, but they want to contain you. But I don't think you're having it, because you're so tapped into the magic. You're like, no, I will continue to shine my light, and I will not be put in a jar. I will not be put on display. I am not your object for, to just be looked at. Oh yeah, and see, we have all the butterflies again. You've gone through this incredible transformation, going through, and will continue to go through, because this is what's building. So, there's caution, like, a word of caution here. Like, not all moths have the greatest of intentions, but I think this, and I think you have the ability, like, to, where normally you would go slowly, this snail has wheels on it. You can go faster than it seems like you can. There's something about you that is, it's like people are underestimating you. It's kind of like this idea of, you look really good, and so people automatically think, well, that person must be, kind of dumb or easy to take advantage of. Like, someone can't look that good and also be, like, intelligent and, and savvy and, all these things, but you are. And you're also very tapped in. You're also very spiritual, and just, like, you are a magical being. And it's like somebody wants to play with the shiny toy, but they don't even know what to, it's like they want the thing, but then they don't know what to do with it. They think of you as an object, as a thing to play with, as a toy. And you're like, no. I am no such thing. No, sir. No, ma'am. Okay. So I am going to take this to the extended. I'm going to be looking at what's the hidden influence, aka the plot twist in progress, what you're being asked to trust. But before I go, I will finish with a cheeky little message from Spirit. You're not too much. They're just not enough. I always show that. It's just words. They're just not enough. They're not enough for you. They don't have control over themselves the way you do. That's one of the reasons they're so drawn to you. Because of your poise, your confidence, your self-control. They want that. It's like, it makes me think of the story of the golden goose, the goose who lays the golden eggs. And I don't know, as many fairy tales actually are, it's kind of dark, but basically, like, this goose lays a golden egg every day, and then somebody gets a hold of this goose, and they're like, I want all the golden eggs right now. And so they, like, kill the goose, and there's, you just killed the goose that lays the golden eggs, and now you don't have anything, because there are no eggs inside the goose. That goose was creating the egg every day. So, anyway, sorry, didn't mean to go dark there. That's life, I guess. That thing you thought was rejection, it was Spirit doing quality control. I think we're going back here to this projections. In fact, it's interesting. We started with this projections. I wonder if this Emperor in reverse is who you were dealing with, and you've gone through this major glow up, and they're like, oh, I need to control that, because they're still projecting onto you somehow. But you see clearly. You see clearly. You've gained that new perspective. You've transmuted that energy. And so, anyway, where you felt rejected potentially, Spirit was doing quality control. You were meant to not be in this energy anymore, because this was a solo journey that you were meant to go on, so that you could access that deep wisdom, that magic. You could, and find yourself in that magic stream, and really kind of soak up that magical energy. It's not even soaking up, though. It's recognizing that you are an extension of that magic. You are the magic. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah.